What's up, guys? Adriano here from Collector's Catch. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Today's video, we're going to discuss a Pokemon card collection. I've been looking online everywhere. I haven't really found any collections worth my time. Trying to find something recently, and honestly, it's been pretty dry. I used to buy collections every couple weeks, couple months, but lately, last couple, I'd say months, close to a year, it's been tough. So, the next best thing is reviewing a collection that my friend is going to be selling. And, showing you guys what I would have done had I bought this collection. So let's open the binder and quickly look at the cards inside. Sorry for the glare, guys. We're going to take a look. We've got some first edition. We've got some shadowless. So shadowless is very similar to first edition. It's just that it doesn't have the stamp. So we got first edition shadowless. Super nice cards. Try that. Here we got some Digletts. Some extra Digletts that are shadowless there. Matchups. This is all shadowless stuff. For these normal types that you're like, I don't know, it looks unlimited, looks shadowless. You can also look at the bottom here. I'm going to pull it out for you. Take a look at this Pidgey, for example. Take a look at the dates at the bottom. You see it says 1995. Look over here. It says 1995, 96, 98, and 99. So, to give you a quick example, I'm going to show you a base set unlimited. Base set unlimited has 95, 96, and 98. Shadowless has also 99. So that will tell you that it is shadowless. So that it's a quick way to figure out if it's shadowless or not. Just a little tip and tricks. That's what I wanted to do in today's video. Give you guys some understanding of how I go about looking over collections. I like to look at these things to try to pull out the most value, right? A lot of times people don't know what shadowless is or don't know if a card is shadowless. So that's a great thing to look over. We got some more shadowless here. We're getting into some base set. Before I get into that, this is, to the untrained eye, looks just like a first edition Electrode, but it's got the jungle stamp here. This is an error card. This is the art from base set, but the stamp of jungle. This should not have happened. The jungle one is totally different art. Let me see if it's in here to show you guys. Right here. This is what the Electrode from jungle should look like. Should not be two arts. This Electrode here, first edition stamp, is an error. If I see any more errors in here, I'll try to point them out for you guys as well. And I'll also discuss some errors that I do look for. Very nice shadowless Pikachu here. Shadowless Kadabra. I'm trying to show you guys here. If I can move this a bit more. Okay. I mean, that's the best we're going to have to do. Got some first editions. Nidoking from Legendary Collection. For this Hitmonchan, sorry, back in here. We got some more non-holos, and then we get into some of the holos, which are really cool. So we have first edition, we have shadowless, right? Shadowless like this. We have unlimited, and there is another printing of unlimited. It's called fourth print. And I remember asking my friend if he had any in here, and I don't think he does. But what is fourth print? Fourth print has the same, it looks like unlimited, it has the same stuff as this, except at the bottom here, on base set, it says 1999 Wizards, 1999 to 2000. Meaning that those cards were printed later, and the fourth print was printed for the UK. And they're really hard to find. Fourth print booster packs can have fourth print commons, but not have fourth print holos sometimes. So it's super rare and weird and hard to track. So that's why they hold a higher premium. And for a long time, PSA did not distinguish fourth print. So there were a lot of cards graded that were fourth print that were just graded as regular base set holos or non-holos. So we got some nice holos here. Blastoise. Blastoise is cool because there's a couple different errors that come on Blastoise. This one doesn't have it, but sometimes the stage at the top, stage over here is missing. Sometimes there's a red dot right around here where my thumb is. Sometimes Ken Sugimori, the artist, the GOAT, is a bit scratched out and missing. So there's a lot of different errors that could be with Blastoise cards, Blastoise base set. What else do we have here to go through? Very nice cards, by the way. My friend collects all kinds of condition. He just likes the art. He likes the Pokemon. He does a lot of buying, flipping. If you guys are interested in his collection, feel free to reach out to me. If he still has it, I'll put you in contact with him, by the way. Huge shout out to my friend letting me do this. Super cool. And I always love new ideas for videos. I wanted to go over this with you guys to teach you guys a bit about what to look for in collections, but also how I handle them. We got some Legendary Collection Reverse Holos, super cool. E-Series, Dark Persian. There's a Dark Persian promo error that it's just missing the HP altogether. There's no HP. What else? Super nice Dark Crobat here. Take a look at Dark Crobat. So, condition-wise, what are we looking at? Definitely the holo's got a lot of scratching, some heavy play on the holo. I do see a damage here, and I do see damage here on this corner. Let's see if I could show you guys with the little tool I have here. Yeah, see? You can see it a bit better. I'm gonna come. There you go. See the damage there? That automatically is, at best, PSA 6, but with the rest of the condition of the card, it'll be less than that. 4 cards, like unlimited, really not worth sending in something like that. You want to get, like, I'd say PSA, I'd say you want to get, when you send in holos, you want to get at least a 7 or an 8, ideally, so that you could potentially make a profit. Anything lower than that, not worth it. I think I sold, did I sell this Jump Love to him? No, not the one I sold, but still a nice card. A lot of Neo Genesis cards are underrated. So this, I would consider it as lightly played. Lightly played. So what I would do is when I find a card that's the holo's got a bit of scratching, but what my next step is, when I'm going through a collection, I'm looking for holos, I'm looking for errors, I'm looking for rarity. Okay? Promos. When I find something that's in... Before I look up condition, I take a look at the card on eBay or TCG Player. I take a look at it, see what it's worth. Then I look at what it's worth in a PSA grade. And then I assess the grade I think it will get. And then after I make the decision, is there enough profit margin there for me or is there not? If there isn't, then I just sell them as singles in Facebook groups or sometimes eBay, but mostly Facebook groups. Another cool error here that we potentially would have, it's not this one, by the way, but there's Pikachu that looks exactly like this with a first edition stamp. That was an error that was put into Jungle booster boxes, first edition Jungle booster boxes. This was supposed to be a promo, but we still don't know to this day why it was put in there. The theory is that it was supposed to be the first secret rare, but you can't find it in Unlimited in the Jungle booster boxes, so not sure why or how that happened. Got some nice promos here. Nice Deoxys EX. These are nice cards too. I look for high hits from every era, you know. This is a nice Deoxys defense form, I believe. From EX Deoxys. Not a bad condition card, to be honest. I would definitely look this card up. Take a look what it's worth in terms of grading. And see what I can do. If I get that looked like maybe a 7. So take a look at what 7 sell for and all that. Also super important is that you can't grade everything you get in a collection, right? You got to part it out. So some of it's going to be, stuff that you get graded for profit. Some of it's going to be you get graded and you keep. Some of it's going to be you're going to sell as singles. Some of it you're going to sell as a lot. So keep that all in mind. And when you're selling as a lot, you got to bring the price down. So what I do, first of all, pricing wise, if I'm pricing singles, I'll go on TCG Player. I'll, put in the card's name, find the right copy of it, make sure I have the right copy and rarity. A lot of times they have the picture of the card, and I'll look at what the same condition card has sold for and what it is selling for in the same condition. And I'll try to price a smidge lower.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge, because don't forget, TCG Player is priced in US. Okay? So I try to go a bit lower to be very competitive. Wow, some of these are really nice. Let's take a look at this Charizard here. Charizard EX from Flashfire. Not bad. It is damaged though. Hard to see on camera, but I'll try to show you with this again. See that damage there right in the middle? Oh, going too fast. There you go. See that? So it's important to have tools like this that you can really go over the card and see what kind of condition it is, and you go from there, My friend did send me a list. Well, he didn't send me. He was going to send me a list of the conditions so I can just... Honestly, I would go over the near mint cards, but didn't want to bother him on that. We're just going to go through some of these together here and take a look. Like Alakazam. How cool is this card? This card has Umbreon and Lugia in the background. The secret rare from Steam Siege, I believe. These cards tend to all have whitening on the back. It was a very bad print run Siege. But honestly, not too bad. Probably an 8. Not a bad card. Might be worth grading, Let's put that back in there. What else? I also look for cards. Obviously, not just always cards that are high rarity or whatever. I look at key Pokemon, right? That are popular. Like Alakazam. Like Tyranitar. Like Charizard. Like Ho-Oh. Moltres, Zapdos. This is a nice one. Let's take a look at this one, actually. Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. It's centered pretty well. I've graded a couple PSA 10s of this card. I really like it. And this is a card that you can, get a PSA 10 for and flip it and make the profit. The PSA 10, let's take a look. As I put this back in here, let's take a look at what a PSA 10 sells for.
Show me.
So, a PSA 10 sells for roughly $53. There's a couple examples here. If you want to get a true example, I would add up the last 3 solds and divide by 3. But yeah, it's around the $50 range. I think the card raw. Let's see if I can find it on TCG Player with you guys. Let's take a look on TCG Player what the card raw sells for. So this is TCG Player. Make sure that when you're looking at TCG Player, you make sure that on the side here, you put ship to United States, because it makes a huge difference between US and Canada or any other countries. So that has to be on. And this is a near mint copy. So you look at the sold. The sold is $11.48 US. And I look here, what's the next one? So $11.45. So I would price this card around like $10.50 if I sold it Canadian, or $11. So consider that. This is, let's say, an $11 card plus $25 of grading. You're going to be at $36. And if the card sells for 50 something, you make a couple bucks profit there. Is it worth it? Sometimes a lot of these cards can add up though. If there's profit on several cards, it adds up. It makes all the difference, But you got to have a good eye. You got to find the right cards to get graded, right? So higher rarity cards don't always have to be in 10 to really be a big hitter. Like, for example, let's look at these Kyogre and Groudon. Let's take a look at some cards that are a bit older, and they very likely won't be in PSA 10, but let's see what they're condition-wise. And oh boy, okay.
It's been destroyed! good.
Beat up. So I wouldn't grade something like that. But let's take a look maybe at the Zapdos here. I'm going to try to find some examples for you guys to really show you like what I would grade, even though it's not minty, you know? Zapdos not that bad. Maybe I would send the Zapdos if I bought it in a collection and I wanted to try to make some money back. Zapdos not bad. Let's take a look. Okay, so on TCG Player, this card as a light play is about $9, $10, not bad. What I like to do is here I click on light play, around $8. If I were selling it, I'd sell it like $7.25 for example purposes. But let's take a look at eBay now. So on eBay, ooh, that's not looking good. CGC 8.5, $20. Gemmin 10 would be nice. 9 is only $36, so for sure I wouldn't be grading this card, all things considered. But you get the gist of how I really proceed with, you know, do I get a card graded? Do I put it in my personal collection? I do collect master sets of the older stuff too, right? So all these promos would be something that I would fill my binder with if I'm missing any of them, if they're in light player or better. And let's take a look at some of these. I'm just trying to find some. Oh, pretty banged up. But these are the types of cards I would be looking at. These, honestly, the whole binder is a very nice collection. These would be nice too if they come out in good grades, if they're worth it. Like this, see this ho is written near mint on the sleeve, so it could very well be it's near mint. This is like looks like it's got a shot at 10, maybe a 9. But this is good profit, right? This is a card that if you get a 10, it's like $100, I think about. The card raw is like $10. So there's profit to be made on cards like that too. Let's continue taking a look here. Ooh, we got some full arts. Nice. Faulkner, one of the OGs from Gold and Silver, the first gym leader. Sydney, Gordy, Rusha. Yeah, so some of this is the... Oh, we got some tops. Let's take a look at tops. Tops, I find is super underrated. A lot of people don't like tops. I love tops. But it's very hard to grade. So this Charizard, let's take a look. Take a look at the corners. Corners, honestly, for tops are very good so far. Let's take a look at the back. Honestly, very clean Charizard. I'm going to take a look at it a bit closer here. Sometimes you also have to look at the cards from the top and check the corners like this. Very hard to tell. Tops, like I said, the thing on tops that people don't realize is the corners. But this is a clean Charizard. If I bought this collection, I would definitely send this Charizard in. Because I also collect Charizard. I would check all of these. I really like tops. If you get a 10, there's money to be made. Anything lower sometimes, not really worth it. Take a look at this holo. Holo Squirtle. Honestly, pretty clean. Compared to everything that he's had in this binder, the tops cards are pretty dang clean. And I love tops. I would buy, if this was a tops collection for sale. And what I like about tops is that they, you could get decent deals on tops cards. Gengar 2 is a very nice one, but I see this light, it's at least lightly played. These are nice. I love all tops. So definitely top. Oh, some Japanese stuff. These are really cool too. He was showing me these are Spanish cards. I've never heard of them, but super cool. Always nice to have some stuff like this in a collection. Vending series, very nice. And some of these are, I believe, simplified Chinese. Not mistaken. Okay, so these are Chinese, but sorry, these at the bottom are Japanese, but these here are Chinese. Alternate arts and full arts. And I think there's a lot of value. I think if these cards would come back in PSA 10, check out the Lugia. I love Lugia. I love me some Lugia. What kind of sleeve is this guy? Wait, why would someone put this in here? Take a look at that Lugia. Not English, but a super clean card nonetheless. And PSA is grading more and more of these different language cards. Definitely a beauty. I would send this to get graded. If I bought a collection, this was in it, I would send this to get graded. Give me a second. I'm going to take this sleeve out. Very nice. Would definitely send that in. Ooh, look at this Chansey over here. Oh, shit. Take a look. Chansey's pretty clean. Not bad, honestly. First edition. I don't know what set it's from. It's slightly played. It's got a bit of something on the corner there. Let's take a look at it with the black light. See a bit of whitening up there. That side. Slightly played. Maybe not worth grading per se, but a nice card to give value to a collection nonetheless. So let's take a look at the next page. Ooh!
Holy shit!
Some 151. This is the newest set in Japan, right? Actually, sorry, that's not true. Obsidian Flame just came out not long ago. But this has not come out in English just yet. These are beautiful cards. Definitely some of these should be graded if possible, if they're clean enough. Take a look at Pikachu here. It's off-center though, so it might not get a 10. But such nice art. They really stepped it up for 151. Can't wait for it to come out in English. So that's the kind of stuff I would do if I went over a collection. Go over... Ooh! Let's take a look at Charizard here. Take a look at Charizard. What a fire Zard. I would send that in. I would send that in. So that's about it. That really resumes how I would proceed. I would go over the conditions of all the cards. I would separate out the stuff that is worth grading. And by looking them up on eBay, TCG Player, and 130 Point, if ever you need to know what the card sold for as a best offer. So let me know if you like this type of video. I know it was a bit more monotone. I'm not freaking out because I'm not opening packs, but I wanted you guys to get inside of my mind and understand where I come from and the kinds of things I do in this hobby. I did a lot of this for the first couple years that I was involved in this hobby. There has not been many collections nowadays for sale. It's getting harder and harder to find stuff if you don't have huge capital. And, you know, with YouTube and buying boxes to open for you guys has definitely drained that quite a bit. But
this can't be good.
We're always looking. We're always hustling. If you guys have collections, especially of older stuff, reach out to me. I'd love to see pictures. I'd love to help you out if I can. Thank you all for watching. Please comment below what you like the most out of this video. What did you retain the most? Do you like these kinds of videos? I need to know.
Damn it, I need to know, and I need to know now.
Thank you all. Have a great day, and do not forget to subscribe. We're on the road for 500 subscribers. Peace out from Collector's Catch.